Welcome, welcome, welcome to Baget, the home of family creativity. My name is Cedrica Baggett, and our mission at Baget is to bridge the gap between generations through cooking with creativity and originality. So let's move on to our first topic of today, which is motivational moments. Of course, I got to bring some motivation up in here. So let's go with the quote of the day. Of course, I'm going to pull it up for you guys on the screen. So, motivational moment. Our quote for today is not what we say about our blessings, but how we use them is the true measure of Thanksgiving, of our Thanksgiving. So, we all know that tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So, this quote means to me that we have to be thankful for the gifts that God gives us and also use the gifts that God gives us as well. God always makes room for your gift, and it's also your gift is something that the world needs to see. And somebody's waiting on you to show your gift so you can help them as well. So we have to be thankful for the gifts that God gives us, and you also have to use them, guys. Of course, use wisdom. A lot of us are talented in multiple things, but just use guidance and wisdom of what God gives you, and use the gift that He makes room for you to do at the time. And I love this quote because it pertains to me as well, of course, and it pertains to everybody. Everybody has a gift that they need to use. Everybody has a gift. Some people have hidden gifts that they haven't even recognized yet or noticed yet. But once you know you have a certain gift, make room. God will make room for you to use it, and make sure you do use it. So I'm going to remind you that today's motivational moment quote is not what we say about our blessings, but how we use them is the true measure of our Thanksgiving. Remember that. Okay, guys, so now I'm going to move on to our fun food fact of the day. Our fun food fact of the day is pumpkin. So, of course, it's Thanksgiving time, and pumpkin is something a lot of people use in Thanksgiving, pumpkin pie or whatever else. So, pumpkin is not only can use and eat most of a pumpkin, but you can also eat the pumpkin flower, which is in the middle part of the pumpkin. So the pumpkin flower has vitamin C, which fights off colds, and also vitamin A, which is good for the eyes, and phosphorus, which is good for bone formation. So I didn't know this, so I think it's interesting that pumpkin do all this for us, for our bodies, and it's very healthy. I've never been a big fan of pumpkin, but I do like it. And so that makes me think of different recipes I can create later on for me to use pumpkin because it's a health source. It's very healthy with vitamin A, vitamin C, phosphorus. So remember that, guys. If you don't like pumpkin or you never try pumpkin, don't sleep on it, because I didn't try pumpkin for a very long time. I used to think it was very nasty. So until I tried it one day, I was like, oh, it is good. So don't sleep on the pumpkin, y'all. It's pretty good and it's very healthy. So now that helps me move into today's recipe. Let me pull it up for you guys. Today's recipe is marshmallow cupcake. Now, this time I tried something different. Usually, I do quick, easy recipes, but this one was long. It was a long recipe. And so this one was different for me because I don't do a lot of baking myself. I like cooking more, but baking is more so like for my kids. Like my daughter, she loves to bake and have me try different things that she likes or whatnot. So this is something I've tried one time. And so I'm going to show you what I did. So this is my cupcake. It's pumpkin and it really turned out very good. I had my son try it, and I call my son a food critic. He's very picky about food. So when I hear him say it's good, I know it's good. Because he is very, very picky, and a lot of stuff he doesn't like just by the look of it. Most stuff he won't even try if it looks funny to him. So this is pumpkin pie marshmallow. And also, and of course, y'all got to make this because it is really good. And so if you want this recipe, you can go to my blog on bajetaprons.com/blog/news, and I posted the recipe there for you to try. And you guys try the recipe. Make sure you tell me how did you like it. Make sure you post a picture of your recipe and just let me know how it is, because I would love to know what other people's opinions are on this, because this is my first time trying something like this. And also with baking not being like my go-to thing, I love cooking and I'm a good cook. I can cook. There's no question. So with baking being something different for me, I want you guys to let me know how you like this recipe. So make sure you go to bageaprons.com/blogs/news. And so now we're going to move into today's topic. I have a guest. Her name is Vanessa Gordon. I am so excited to have her on the show today. And let me take this down. She is a publisher of East End Taste magazine. This is out of New York. And she is the founder of Hampton's Interactive Brunch. And of course, there's a lot of food involved. And of course, like, I love everything. When I looked at her page, it was so, like, everything looks so good. And of course, going to travel to different places and try different foods is like amazing. So now I'm going to bring in Vanessa Gordon. You guys welcome her. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Thank you.
It's nice to have you here.
Yes, wonderful to be here.
Awesome. So first, let me start. You start by introducing yourself and let us know about you.
Sure. So hi, everyone. My name is Vanessa Gordon. I'm the CEO and publisher of East End Taste magazine. It's a digital publication and media platform based on the eastern end of Long Island, but we do also cover international travel destinations with a focus on sustainable travel and culinary travel. I am also the founder of the Hamptons Interactive Brunch. That is a basically an experiential marketing event where brands come together and meet mainly people from the New York area. Some have traveled though from all over the country to just have an opportunity to interact with one another and meet different new brands and such. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of gifting and fun gift bags that we curate, and giveaways. And we always support a local nonprofit.
Awesome. So what started you on this journey? Was it something you always wanted to do?
What's funny is I went for my master's degree in education, but I only taught for just a couple of years because I was mainly teaching in the UK when I was in graduate school, and I really loved their teaching model. But then when I came to the United States and actually finished my degree, I wasn't too fond of the teaching principles, at least here in New York State. Mm-hmm. And soon after that, I became pregnant with our first child, my daughter, Sarah, who's now almost 7 years old. Mm-hmm. And I really, she was only a few months old at the time, and I really wanted just an opportunity to occupy my mind, if you will. I'm a fiction writer mainly, but I wanted to, in addition to freelance writing at the time, I really wanted my own outlet to write really what I want when I want. I was kind of sick of pitching and, the rejection and, oh, we're looking for this, not that, etc. So that's fine. So I really just wanted just a platform or a blog, if you will, to write, but it has grown so tremendously just with the demand, and it's evolved over the years. So it's just quite fascinating how just a simple hobby, I really wanted nothing more than just a place to write online, and it exploded into what it is today. So it's quite fascinating.
So what's all the places you've been to try?
Oh, yes. So actually, originally we just focused on the eastern end of Long Island, but what it is there's two different types of readers really that go to the website. Either people that are fascinated with the Hamptons region or the eastern Long Island region, but then there's quite an abundance of people that are already based on Long Island that read it. And they really wanted more travel. So I did a little snippets here and there of New England travel. But they were interested more, they meaning my readers. Mm-hmm. So I decided to combine, at first what I did was I just combined leisure with work. So every holiday season, felt like summer because we would go down to the Caribbean, to Antigua, where my husband's father has a home. And I would just start writing about places we would go there. And then I would just submit it to their tourism boards and say, oh, by the way, I did this piece. And they loved it. So I was building that up organically,
Okay.
that content. So I had that to start with. And then what I would do is when I would be invited on trips or I would pitch myself for trips, I would write to them and say, hey, this is my angle, this is my interest, this is what I'd like to write about. And it grew from there. I've covered everywhere from Sydney and Melbourne, Australia, all the way throughout Ireland, the UK, Mexico, my goodness, parts of Dubai, the UAE. Yeah. I've spent just a small amount of time there, but I honestly, I just can't wait to go back. I'm hoping to go to their World Expo in 2021, which is supposed to happen this year. California, so many parts of the world, and hoping to only expand.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I love Dubai is gorgeous. I've been there about 5 times,
Wow.
and deploying over there or whatnot. And Sydney, Australia is a place that I've always wanted to go to because whenever I've been out to sea for the Navy, we always plan to go to Sydney, but for some reason it always gets canceled. So I'm looking forward to the day when I retire and go myself.
Oh, I highly recommend it. And even better than Sydney, and I was quite surprised, was Melbourne. Their food culture there is incredible. They have what's called the Melbourne Food and Wine Festival, usually every March. And I mean, I was just blown away with the restaurants, the chefs there. I mean, that is really top quality. I would say probably one of, if not the best cities for food around in the world. Even better than Sydney in that respect. I mean, when I saw the Royal Opera House when I was in Sydney, I truly could not believe it. I still couldn't believe I was there. It seems like a dream.
Wow, that's amazing. I look forward to visiting.
Yeah, highly recommend. And what's so nice is Australia is not nearly as expensive as the United States.
Right. And so what motivates you?
Oh, you know what it is? I remember my first trip overseas was, well, not really. Well, I had gone to the Caribbean, but was alone. I went to the Philippines. This was in 2009. And I fell in love with the people there. And I had such a curiosity and interest, especially when meeting the locals there. I was in Quezon City, Manila mainly, and I went down to Mindanao. And it was just such a fascinating experience to meet these people one-on-one, and for them, they themselves, rather than a travel agent or some tourist to tell you exactly what to do. I'm hearing it from the heart and soul of the people there. Mm-hmm. And I was truly fascinated with learning from them and their experiences versus what you may read in, a book or like a guide. So that piqued my interest right away. And I kept in touch with these people. And my goodness, I keep in touch with some of the people that I went to this particular convention with. My goodness, I think I was just texting one of them yesterday in regards to something totally different. But it's just so nice that we've kept in touch all these years, and we shared the same interests. And that's really what created that. But in that span of time, I went, I was in graduate school, I was teaching, I had my young children. And then I was teaching a lot of fitness classes too. It's like I won't say a side job, but to keep myself busy. Really, never had any time for traveling until within these past 2 years, and then unfortunately this hit. But what I'm actually doing though is I'm planning all my 2021 travel right now, and even into 2022.
Oh yeah, I look forward to doing that. But so, if you have three, who are the three most influential people in your life?
In my life, oh my gosh, well, my daughter comes to mind right away. She is such a spirited child, and she's always asking questions. So definitely my daughter. Okay. My great aunt is another one. She's just such a strong woman. She's in her mid 90s, and she just fascinates me with how the hard work ethic. And what's so sweet about her is that she's an avid reader on my website. I think she reads it daily, and she's always calling me up, and she says, "Oh, I live vicariously through you." And she's actually she's kind of a homebody. She really doesn't like to travel, but she certainly loves reading about it. And I've tried to encourage her to just go anywhere simple. We'll see if she does that. Oh gosh, my third, well, he's no longer with us, but probably my grandfather would be my third. He's just was such an incredible human being, and he taught me more than I could ever have imagined. everything from be a leader, not a follower, to never, when you see a crowd, run the other direction, little things like that. And his wisdom and words carry with me through to today.
Right. That's awesome. That's amazing. So it is Thanksgiving. So I would like to know, so what are you cooking?
Yeah. So, so it's so funny. We ordered Indian food tonight, and because we just don't even want to think about cooking dinner because we know what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
But the thing on
Yeah.
the positive side, we are making. I'm making a homemade stuffing. It's a turkey sausage stuffing
Um,
with grapeseed oil. There's apples, and then we got a local sourdough loaf from one of the local bakeries here. We bought it about 4 days ago. Hopefully, let it sit about, and it's made with rosemary, sage, and good stuff like that, like thyme, and it's so good. We're doing that. What else are we making? We're making our green bean casserole that my husband always loves to make fun of. Like, what is so fascinating about this thing? It's literally just canned Campbell's cream of mushroom soup and those
crunchy
onions,
stuff. Yeah.
right? And I guess he mentioned it to one of his staff at the medical office he works at, and he's like, well, my wife likes this stuff, and everyone bursts out, I love that stuff. So that was just and then
Not that.
yeah. So we're also making, of course, the turkey. But what my husband does is he pours Saucy Susan all over it, and he does prunes and apples and potatoes around, and then he covers it with bacon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's his kind of his trick to keeping it moist.
Okay.
And he's constantly, I would say, every half hour, he's basting the turkey in its own juices.
Yeah, what also helps is putting the seasoning in the skin. Like,
Oh, okay.
a small opening between the fat and the skin on top of the turkey. You could put like the seasoning inside there as well. And make I'm going to do, because I'm going to cook my turkey overnight and slow cook it and do like an oil and butter mix and put it inside the turkey. That also helps with the moisture. And an onion, like half an onion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be tired because I have a lot of cooking to do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I love it. No, Thanksgiving is like my favorite holiday because I cook
awesome.
pretty much everything.
Yeah. We're also making a homemade apple pear crisp.
Okay, that's
yeah.
Good too. Yeah. So
never done it before.
Yeah, first time for everything.
Yeah.
So what are you thankful for?
Oh, well, this year my health. Honestly, I
definitely
knock on whatever's near me. Really, I didn't get sick at all. No one in my family did. Not one. Very, very blessed and thankful.
Yes, of course. And of course, I still like to ask, so what has been your go-to meal since COVID-19?
Trying to think of what I've been. I know. Pretzels, but those soft, baked pretzels. But I've been ordering them from a delivery place based in Boston. I think they're based in Boston. At least it's called Eastern Provisions.
Oh, okay.
And I've been getting them delivered. I've also been snacking on dates.
I've never tried them.
Oh God, they're so good. Oh really? Wow. Yeah, no, I love them. I get them from Batil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get I'll get them stuffed with like candied orange peel.
Oh,
dipped in chocolate. Oh yeah, and then when I was in England, I'd go to the shop that they would do like stuffed caramel with sea salt in it. Oh my God, that was good. So those are the two main things. I haven't gotten too crazy, but I've been making a lot of homemade almond butter. And now what I'm doing is whenever I drink my coffee, I put oat milk in it as opposed to regular milk.
Oh, okay. Oat
and
milk.
I love it a lot more. Yeah, I use it's a gray container. It's quite Oatly, I believe it's called.
Is it sweet?
Slightly, okay. I think.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm gonna have to look into that too.
I don't have to add any sugar or anything to it. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so that covers like the sugar and everything, and the
Right.
creamer. You don't do creamer either.
No,
Okay,
just the oat milk. Yeah, it really does the trick.
that's awesome. So yeah, this was awesome. I'm so glad you got on the show tonight. I'm
Yeah.
going to put up. Oh gosh. Okay. So if you guys want to contact Vanessa. You can contact her on Instagram at East End Taste. Also, you can find her using East End Taste on Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter. And also on Instagram, you can find her at Hampton's Interactive Brunch, and her website is eastendtastemagazine.com. I want to thank you, Vanessa, for joining me tonight. It was awesome. It's amazing. I'm so excited for you to be here, and I hope you have a blessed and wonderful Thanksgiving. And for everybody who's watching, make sure you go to YouTube, press subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can get notified of the upcoming shows that I have when I go live. And make sure, if you're on YouTube right now watching, make sure you're subscribed already and press the bell as well to get notified. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Tonight was amazing. I hope you guys have a blessed day, blessed night. I hope you stay safe and have a blessed Thanksgiving. And until next time, make sure I see you here same time, same place, virtual, of course, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And I'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.
No, it always takes forever to do this.